Hello NSA student, this is Mr. Hinton with the Math Department. This is one of the most common frequently asked questions that I get on the Week 22 message board related to Soh Cah Toa, or solving right triangles using the trig ratios. And the directions say find the value of w and then x, round links to the nearest tenth. Now they're really nice to us here because they tell us the order that we have to do it. This is the only order that you can do it in, because in order to solve a right triangle you have to have at least two pieces of given information. The triangle on the left, we have two pieces of given information. We have this and we have that. So we have the hypotenuse and one of the angles. In the triangle on the right, we only have one known piece of information, and that is the hypotenuse. So we can't do anything with the triangle on the right. We have to start with the triangle on the left. So again, we're going to identify the pieces of information and their relationship to each other. We're given this angle down here at the bottom is 50 degrees. W is the leg opposite that angle, and then 10 is the hypotenuse. So we're dealing with the opposite leg and the hypotenuse, which tells us we are with the sine function. So we're going to use the sine function to set up an equation that we can solve. The sine of the angle that we are given, sine of 50 degrees, is equal to the opposite leg over the hypotenuse. And from there, again, we can see this as a proportion, and we cross multiply. 10 times the sine of 50 degrees is equal to W. Alright, now using our calculators, we have 10 times the sine of 50 degrees, which tells us that W is approximately 7.66. Now someone at this point might say, Mr. Hinton, it says to round your lengths to the nearest tenth, and we're going to do that. That's going to round up to 7.7. However, I'm going to be using this value to find another value. So I always want to leave an extra decimal place while the problem is actually going on, and then I can round all my answers at the end, and that's going to kind of go a long way toward guaranteeing that I have accuracy to the nearest tenth. So let's put 7.66 in there for W, and now we are looking for our angle X. Okay, let's examine the given information that we now have for the triangle on the right. I have the opposite leg to angle X, and then 11 on this side is the hypotenuse. So again, I'm dealing with opposite and hypotenuse, so the sine function is going to come into play. The sine of x degrees, or the sine of x, is equal to the opposite, 7.66, over the hypotenuse. Now, just like I pointed out in the introductory video, the Soh Cah Toa video, we are going to, anytime we're looking for an angle, we're going to use the inverse sine function to solve. So x will be equal to the inverse sine of 7.66 divided by 11. And when we punch that into our calculator, the inverse sine of 7.66 divided by 11, we get x is approximately 44.14 degrees. So rounded to the nearest tenth, we get 44.1 and 7.7 for the two values. So we'll go with this answer, even though I'd like to see a 0.1 there because it did ask us for 10th place accuracy. So that's how you would use the trig ratios to solve this problem. Thanks, and have a great day.